someone who is all good.
I'm not all good, Natasha. I've done some things in my life that I really wish I could go back and change.
Josie, stop thinking about that kid!
You say it so casually. Do you know I still cry about it every day?
I was starting to think of you as a friend. Something other than a hormonally driven thing. But to catch you with Jackie? What was going through your mind? I just want you to stay away from me!
I know he was trying to kill me! You're not welcome in my room anymore.
Apparently, Dr. Hicks has the hots for Colton.
Hi, I'm here for the interview.
Hi!
Hey, Doug thinks he left his Halo 4 here. Mind if I have a look around?
Be my guest. So, how are you guys doing as a couple?
Oh, we're doing great. It's better and better every day. It's great to have someone you share your secrets with. And it's the simple things that are the best. Those quiet moments where you're sitting on the couch eating popcorn, you know?
That sounds amazing.
Still no one for you?
Nope. And there's only one girl I really like, but it's over. She'll never talk to me again.
Is she dead?
What? No.
Then it's not over. Got it. Have a good day, Kevin.
It was great. Oh, take a look. I found something really interesting.
This is Chloe Rochard. She was a student at Eagle University 18 years ago. When Dr. Stone became president, she was his first secretary. Then, a few months later, she disappeared, and she was never seen again.
Weird. With a college this size, it's not unusual for students to disappear. But to never be found dead or alive, that's just, I don't know, weird.
But Greg and I looked up articles around that time. We found nothing about Chloe Rochard.
Well, it was the 90s. I mean, networks have been around since the 50s, but even in the 90s, information didn't spread like it does today. So if someone wanted to wipe that from history, after everyone during that time forgot about it, they could do it, no sweat.
And according to Colton, it would seem someone would want to wipe it from history. Dr. Stone kept this article stashed away deep in his shelves, and when Dr. Hicks found it, she wanted Colton to bring it to the shredder.
But why would Dr. Stone want to keep it hidden?
It's an old story. Here's what happens. Dr. Stone becomes president of Eagle University. Yay! And he is revolutionary. He makes all these great changes to the school, including lowering his own salary. Everyone at school loves him, but he spends late hours at school. And here is Mrs. Stone squawking at him when he gets home. You're never home in time for dinner. I'm always asleep when you get back. Nyet, 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 nyet. So when Dr. Stone is hanging out at the office, he moans to his beautiful secretary, Chloe, how mean and annoying his wife is. And she's always like, your work's more important than me, and blah, blah, blah. And Chloe lets him cry on her shoulder. Oh, you poor, powerful president. And you know what happens next. Dr. Stone and Chloe start an affair.
Okay, wait right there. Dr. Stone was not that kind of man.
I'm telling the story. Just say, for argument's sake, they were woo-hooing during those late hours at the office. And then eventually, like most mature adults do, he comes to his senses and says, I can't. I'm married. And what does hormonal Chloe do? She throws a fit. And not just an average hissy fit. She threatens him. If we don't keep this going, I'm going to tell your wife. And that leaves Dr. Stone with no choice. He has her killed to cover up the whole mess.
That is a really elaborate story.
So elaborate.
And so far-fetched.
I get the sense that you're a little critical of me. Let me put it this way. What do you think happened?
Anything. Chloe got lost in the woods and eaten by bears. She accidentally flushed herself down the toilet. She ran away to Tibet and became a monk. So much could have happened, but Dr. Stone was a good person.
Good people make mistakes. But I agree with Natasha. We can't just assume the worst about him. We don't know anything.
Okay, but what about when Greg heard Mrs. Stone talking to Dr. Hicks? Dr. Hicks mentioned what happened to that kid, Chloe, and Mrs. Stone said that she thinks about it every day.
Greg only heard a little piece of the conversation. They could have meant anything.
Still, something happened when Dr. Stone was president. Something bad. And I know Chloe was involved. But now, after he's dead, this means something to Dr. Hicks. And I don't know what she's up to, but it's nothing good. Well, I'd love to hang around convincing you all how right I am, but I have a job interview coming up for the prestigious position of R.A.
Good luck!
95% of students don't go to the events that their RAs plan. Why, do you ask? Because they think their own social events are much more fun. And guess what? They're right. No one wants to go to pumpkin carving or origami when they can melt their brains in front of video games and hang out with their own friends. It seems that the Residence Life staff just plan these events to justify their own careers. Therefore, as an RA, I will revolutionize the mindset here. I will instead enhance the events that students choose for themselves, instead of forcing them to go to what I decide is more fun.
I just asked you what your favorite school activity was.
Oh, right.
I'm feeling things are going my way. Tanya actually made it to the table with us today. Now, how about you? How'd your interview go?
I know I didn't get it. They shooed me out before the interview was even done. How can they not know talent when they see it? Why can't they see how dedicated I am to what I do?
Hey, Nicole, I can smell your old Doritos from a mile away. You need to vacuum right now, and don't give me any of that I'm on crutches crap.
And how, in the name of anything holy, did Marie ever land this job?
I don't know. Really couldn't say. Maybe she has personal connections.
Well, she's more socially adept than I, but who isn't? She probably just had a really good interview, and that was her ticket. And so long as she does all her paperwork, no one goes to check on her.
Some people just get lucky.
Well, I think her streak of luck is about to end.
Professor Reese, I still don't understand the idea behind the momentum equation.
Well, how do I say this? Okay. Come up here, Mr. Hoffman, and you too, of course, Miss Peterson. So, P equals mv. The momentum before and after a collision is the same. That's the law of conservation of momentum. So m1v1 and m2v2 after the crash add up to what they were before.
But why?
Pretend you and Miss Peterson were running towards each other head-on at the same speed. Go ahead. When you collide, you will both move backwards. Now, who do you think would go backwards the slowest?
Natasha would?
And why is that?
Because she has the most mass?
Exactly! She has a substantially more mass than you or anyone else in the class. And a collision, of course, wouldn't change her mass. She'll have the same mass after as she did before. And since she's 100 times your size, you'll fall backwards 100 times the rate that she does.
Tanya, it's 1 in the morning. What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm just chilling. I love to chill.
You have your pillow with you?
Yeah, I'm practicing to be a pillow model. They're going to put me up in a billboard.
What's with all these boxes?
Oh, that. The background of this picture is going to be in a warehouse to show that the pillow is comfortable, even in a warehouse.
Your laptop is in here.
Okay, fine. You want to know? Jackie kicked me out.
But that's not allowed. Oh, well, who am I to talk? Doug's still technically paying for his share of our room while living with Colleen. Hey, so if you need a place to stay, my room has a vacancy.
Thanks, but I'll pass.
Are you sure?
I know what happens when a guy invites a girl to his room. Yes, I'm sure. Now go away.
As you wish, but my door's always open.
These are delicious. Do you mind if I bring these back to a friend?
Of course, dear.
Thanks, she'll appreciate it.
Ooh, so this friend's a girl? What's her name?
Well, I guess I can tell you. It's unlikely that you know her out of 16,000 students on campus. Her name's Natasha Peterson, and she's amazing. Thanks for the brownies. I'll see you soon.
Okay. Natasha Peterson.
Natasha, Dr. Hicks made some brownies.
I don't want your stupid brownies. They're just gonna make me fat.
What's going on?
I've been picked on by kids all my life, but never, ever has an adult, a professor, been such a forthcoming bully.
Natasha, listen to me. Whatever he said, they were just words. People's opinions of you don't matter. And you know, there's nothing you can do about it except move on and maybe confront him next time. And you know...
I don't want to hear any more wisdom. Just let me go to sleep.
Tanya.
There was a spider on the couch.
I've done some things in my life that I really wish I could go back and change. But you, Natasha, have never acted upon the evil in your own heart. You will become a much better person than I. Much better person than I.
Find Chloe before they do.
Greg, I need to tell you something. And yes, I know how you'll try to psychoanalyze me, but just hear me out. I only met Dr. Stone once, but in those few minutes, I felt cared for more than I ever have in my life. I didn't know anyone could be so good. And then, a few months later, I watched him die in front of me. And now, all this stuff about having an affair with Chloe and then having her killed, I refuse to believe that he was doing anything that immoral. I want to remember him the way I once thought of him, and you're really not helping.
You trusted Dr. Stone?
Yes, I did.
Do you trust Dr. Hicks?
I'm not sure. I want to.
Be careful, Natasha. You want to look for the good in people. But I assure you, some people out there are pure evil.
You're pure evil. Do you know that?
What?
You're holding the door for me, making my bed, and now you're making me breakfast?
Since when was that pure evil?
I know what the motives are behind being a gentleman.
Chivalry. It's the right thing to do for a lady.
Don't give me any of that chivalry nonsense. You want sex. That's why you invited me into your room. That's why a guy wants to be nice to a girl, so he appears irresistible.
You know, Tanya, I need to apologize for something.
Just one thing?
I've given you a bad impression of men. Not all guys are like me. I've come to see that. Greg and Colton are better men than I could ever be. Even Doug, I've come to see. His relationship with Colleen isn't all about physical stuff. And you know what? It's better. I don't even know if I want what I used to want. I want a girl who will, as Colleen said, enjoy the simple things. The quiet moments, sitting on the couch, eating popcorn. These are more beautiful than anything else.
Nice try. You know what? You almost had me convinced. I'm going out to have a busy day of classes. I'll be back tonight.
I was sincere, you know.
Yeah, right.
So, what was that all about? You with Natasha?
Oh, don't worry about that. I was just helping her out. She was upset about something her professor said.
Dr. Reese picking on her about her weight? But I've been talking to her about that.
Yeah, I know. But she didn't need someone who could reason with her. You can talk logic all you want, but sometimes someone just needs someone who can sit with her and say, that sucks. Mourn with those who mourn, as you Jesus lovers say.
I guess I should have thought about that.
And I know you always want to be her hero, don't you? And no, I don't mean to step on your territory. I know you have something special.
You can see right through me, can't you? It's just, I've not had the best luck with relationships in my past.
She swore me to secrecy about this, but she likes you too. A lot. And you'll never know how successful your relationship will be until you ask her out. So go do it. I'll be expecting a report.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks a lot.